Welcome everyone, this is Corey Babka from marksgrouplive.com. Happy to be reviewing today the Zoho CRM audit logs. We're going to talk about usage of those, how to get in there, etc., etc. Okay, after the video is over, feel free to email us at support@marksgrouplive.com for any of your Zoho questions about this topic, any support needs you might have. Be sure to rate this class to help out your fellow Marks Group Live subscribers, as well as us, to make sure that we're doing the best for you and improving on our videos as we create them. Here's some main points of what we're talking about today. We're going to review how to review all Zoho user activity in one location with the audit logs. We're going to talk about how audit logs can be limited as to not showing necessarily what was changed, only that it was changed. I'll show you a little trick there on something else though, as it pertains to that. And we're also going to talk about how to use filters to quickly sift through that data. Lots and lots of data. Okay, so we're going to jump to that. Let's go ahead and jump into Zoho and see how that's done. So when we're in the home page here, we've got everything going on. There is nothing in this area. This is more of a setup or an administrative area, or an admin type area. So I'm going to go into the gear. So the setup, so if you're in CRM Plus, it's a gear icon. If you're in Zoho 1, it's a wrench and a screwdriver. And again, this is a pretty administrative thing, so you need to have admin rights to get in here and look at these logs. Okay. Inside the data administration area, we're going to actually look at what's called the audit logs. Okay, and if I click that open, we jump into the audit log and we can see a whole bunch of stuff of what's going on. I can easily export it if I want to, which will open up this other piece here that I'm going to not do, but it will export into a CSV, I believe. We've also got all of our recent activities. So this is alone with our sample database, with our couple classes that we did today. This is all we've done here. And like I also was just doing a video on recycle bin stuff. So what I've got here is TMG Live Admin, that's me, has restored 2 records from the blueprint. From the blueprint. Has restored 2 records from the recycle bin, right? So we've got this going on here that you need to make sure that this was 355. Now it says that Jenny, I entered this blueprint as well, okay? And that was just based on the record being restored. Okay, but you notice they've also gotten here at 354, I deleted Jenny Jones. Okay, so all of that audit work is actually going on, and you can see how that works. Now, what I like about this is things like updated a field. So if I scroll down a little bit, you can see that TMG Live Admin updated a lead named Alex Alvarez, okay, through a blueprint. But I could click on this and actually go to that record, okay? And by doing that record there, this is where I'm at, and you can see that, and that's fine, and that would be the record. But I'm going to close that out again, okay? Because what it's doing is opening a new tab. I'm in full screen, so that's why you can't see the tabs with my browser. Cuts out a little bit of the bookmarks and such. So I've got this here that I can see everything. Now, like I said, it's not telling me what I updated, okay? If I say TMG Live Admin updated account name Books. Unfortunately, it does not tell me what was updated. Okay, I believe through a custom function, you might be able to track that information. I know, just on the side note, what I was telling before, if I go into a module like the account, go into my layout, and I look at a pick list item. Now this is an interesting one. If I look at a pick list, which is right here, and I edit the properties of that pick list, I can see the history tracking that will actually show me everything that's in there. Okay, it will show me what it used to be, what it is now, etc., etc. But that only exists on pick lists. Okay, but that would be the closest thing that I'm going to get to when it comes to these audit logs, as to what was updated. And again, I can only do that on pick list, that it will show me what it was, what it is now, and it actually becomes a related item on the record itself, kind of like down by the history or some other. It's a related item that will show you all that information. Back in our case here, we can only see certain things that were done. Okay? Now, there's a lot of information. So how would I sift through this? Well, you can use the filter, and this will show it here, and it will be by entity. I could say leads, right? And right away, I don't even have to do search. It's doing a dynamic search right while we're doing it. I could say just the gen user, which is nothing. But I could do admin user, and I could see all that. And I could do things like deleted, and then you're going to see these pieces here. and then you can track back, and this goes all the way back to December, which right now we're in February, okay, so we're a couple months back. But you can see that this goes all the way back. And again, if I wanted to export this, I could, but that's where you would be in that point right now, okay? So just going over this, what we can do is we can review all of our Zoho user activity in one location in the audit log area. Like I said, it can be limited as to not necessarily what was changed, but that it was changed. And while I do find that to be a limitation, I think that you could go through that again through either a workflow, a custom function, maybe something where we'd write the values to somewhere else and maybe do more like a related list. On a side note, with a pick list, you can do it, okay? But like I said, we can use the filters to quickly sift through this data. There's a lot of data out there in these audit logs. You don't necessarily want to export it and then search that way. Let Zoho filter it for you and work through it that way. Okay? So I hope that helps out a little bit when it comes to the audit logs and what's some best practices on how to use those. Okay? Was a short one, but check out the library for other items like this, other classes and such. Any suggestions for this, for other classes, this class? Any questions with this? Any support items that you may need? support@marksgrouplive.com. Drop us a line there. Okay? Hope to see you in the library again. Thanks for watching.